Hey y'all, welcome back to Faith Budgets. I'm currently taking control of my finances by paying off debt and saving at the same time. On this channel, I'll be posting videos about how we use the zero-based budget, sinking funds, cash stuffing, and also savings challenges to pay off our debt and save at the same time. If that's content that you're interested in, then please keep watching and definitely hit the subscribe button and join us on this journey to financial freedom. Hey guys, so in today's video I'll be doing our third paycheck budget with me for our third paycheck in March the 22nd. It'll be for the pay period of for the week of March 22nd through the 27th. Anything during that time is what these bills will be coming out of that check. So we do, if you're new to the channel, thank you for coming by. If you're coming back, thank you for coming back and watching today's video. I thank all the YouTubers and the subscribers for all your nice comments. It's been great to be a part of this little community. I've grown in my budgeting skills, I guess you would say. I'm learning as I go along the way. So, and I hope to be of some kind of inspiration to others as I've learned, as I've got from the ones I've been watching on YouTube. So if you're new to the channel, my name is Holly. It's me and my husband. We have 3 kids. We're remarried. I have 2 boys. He has 1 girl. My oldest son is a senior in college at the University of Tennessee. We live in Tennessee, and he's 21. He don't live here in the home with us. He'll be graduating this year. And then my youngest son is a senior in high school. He'll be graduating in May. And my stepdaughter is a junior in high school. So we have lots of graduations and teen activities going on right now. And my husband and I both work full-time, 40 hours, sometimes 40 plus. I'm getting some overtime. I'm a medical coder. I've been coding for 20 plus years. And my husband works in utility services. And he occasionally gets some overtime as well. He has on-call work and stuff, so we're taking advantage of that whenever we do get the opportunity. And we both get paid bi-weekly, but we're on opposite payrolls. I get paid every other Thursday. He gets paid every other Friday, but it's the opposite week. So we get paid weekly. So every other week on Thursday, and then the following week, every other week on Fridays. So we budget weekly, but first I map it out for the month using the budget by paycheck, the Budget Mom's budget by paycheck method. I originally started I found Dave Ramsey, and then I found the Budget Mom in 2018-19 when she first got started. I was watching her videos when she was in her little apartment, and just followed her along the way, and she gives so much more detail. She has all kinds of YouTube videos, tutorials on how she, her method. So I use her calendar, and I used to use her workbook. I bought it and printed it. It was the printable version, and I've bought several of her other copies too. But just this year recently, I've created this on Canva to help me a little bit more. It gives me more sinking funds here, the lines to do that, and yeah, I didn't put anything for extra debt or extra savings. I just kind of eliminated that from her sheet and made it all sinking funds and did it that way. So I guess that's really the only thing different about mine and hers. But this is free in the description. If anybody wants, you're welcome to it, to just print it off. I think it's in the Google Drive. Print this one off. This is the paycheck budget worksheet. And then I also have one for the monthly, which is a little bit different. It has maybe less, it has more of the sinking funds. Maybe doesn't have the final total. I can't remember exactly. I don't think I had that one with me, no. Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, it has a few more. Oh, it's about the same. Yeah, it's the same, just monthly, and I think I might have changed something a little bit different on it, but, oh, I did the lines on it, I think, for the final totals. I did add that, but, so I first mapped it out monthly, and so I did the highlighter method that she uses. on the Budget Mom. So everything in this paycheck will be covered. Anything in purple is what's going to be paid with this paycheck on the 22nd. And so forth. Like, see, the first paycheck was on the 8th, so everything in pink was paid, everything in green for the 14th, and the 22nd, and the 28th. It's color-coded. That's all the bills that are due, and then we have our variable expenses that come out every paycheck. And then also, what's left from each paycheck, we put into sinking funds and savings. So I hope that makes sense. And here's the monthly layout. It's the same thing, but it's all of our bills listed and all of our sinking funds. And this is what would be taken out for the month. So, and then as it comes out, I put it here in this actual column. I just hadn't completed all this. At the end of March, I'll have all the actual totals and close out the budget for March. Okay, so let's put that over here. We'll get started on the paycheck budget. So this paycheck will cover from 3/22 to 3/27 because our next paycheck will be on 3/28 on Thursday when I get paid. So this one is paycheck number 3. Let me see. I'm going to zoom you guys in. I don't want to zoom you in too far though. So the first box here is income. It's laid out income, fixed expenses, variable expenses, and then sinking funds. And then the final totals here to get down to your zero-based budget. We use a zero-based budget, which is just taking all of your income, all your money that you have coming in for that pay period, and paying your bills, doing your variable expenses, your sinking funds, and leaving zero left. But not zero in your checking account, just zero is not accounted for. Money, everything has an assignment. All your money has a job, so everything comes down to zero then whenever you have assigned it to something. So it could just be assigned to your checking account for your, a buffer or cushion, and it could be assigned to extra savings. It could be assigned to extra debt, just whatever you have left over after all your bills and expenses are covered. You get it down to zero. That way you don't have money slipping out and you don't know what it's, where your money's going. So, a lot of people, I was talking to my sisters about it too. A budget, they say, is like a bad word. It's negative, but I don't see it like that anymore. I used to, but I think I would like calling it a spending plan. That sounds a lot better. So, this is our spending plan for this week. I have a weekly spending plan. That sounds a lot better than a budget anyway. So here we have inflow or income on the 22nd. This is hubby's pay, and this will be number 3 for March. I like to number them there. And then we'll just do the budget column, which I already know what the actual, because I'm late on it, but yeah, I normally do it like this. Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I was going to do 1460. Because it ended up being a little bit less than what I thought. Okay, and then this is also some income that comes once a month. My son's father passed away, so this is money that we get for that, and that we'll continue to get that until my youngest son turns 18. And this is just a portion of it that comes into my account that I put in the income. The other is automatically taken. As soon as it hits my account, I move it over into my son's account. And then this I partially use for insurance and school needs and kind of like the child support, I guess you would say. But then I also have another savings account for him that he doesn't have access to yet. But the one that I already transferred the other money over to, he does have access to that. So he's pretty good with his money. He's learning. So we'll add up our income for this pay period. Okay, 1460 plus 600 is 2060. Okay, so the bills coming out for this paycheck will be, I always do a cushion we'll just go ahead and do that first. I usually do that first. And I do 25. And then we have life insurance. This is my life insurance. My husband's already, he has a lot of stuff coming out of his checks. That's why his is a little bit lower than normal. It is, he has our health insurance, medical, dental, all that's taken out for the family, and then his life insurance, and then he has some taken out and to put into a different savings account. So all this we don't see. And then I think we did borrow some money whenever we built our home in 2019. He borrowed it, I guess, kind of like against his 401k, but that'll be paid off, I think, in maybe 2 more years, and we'll have that paid off. So money comes out of that too. So we don't see that. This is what we see after everything's taken out. So life insurance, it comes out on the 23rd, and it's auto drafted from our account. And it's 27. I just round up here, and then whenever the bill comes in and I have the actual amount, I'll put that over here, because sometimes it might be just a little less, you know, for utilities and things, or a little more. So we have Verizon, lovely cell phones, $323, $219 for that, and that is for 3 phones and a watch. Yeah, 3 phones and a watch. Yeah, and I got we have some other things that go with it too. Apple Music and, no, not music, something, ESPN or something like that. I'm not sure. It came with it whenever we got new phones. Oh, yeah, because here's Apple Music. I knew it was separate. I got the family plan on that one. So all of us have that, even my son in college. Oh, no, that's not, yeah, $324. $19. Sorry, I was moving down to State Farm, and I knew the Apple Music wasn't that much. This is our big State Farm bill. We have 2 because I have my older son separate, because he will be taking his over probably in the next 2 years, and he got a new vehicle. So we have his separate, but this is our, I guess you'd say, our family plan for our vehicles. So this has 4 vehicles, and a ATV, Honda side-by-side. And plus, one of those vehicles is for my 17-year-old teen boy driver. So you can imagine how that is. The price on those always goes up. So that is $687 a month for our State Farm. Crazy. And then here, I always put gas and Walmart in our fixed expenses. I know that it is actually a variable, but I keep it up here because I use our debit card. So all the stuff here is taken out of our checking account, or I'll use our credit card to pay it and then use my debit card to pay the credit card. I never ever go over the amount on my credit card. I don't go past the due date. It is always paid in full before the due date is done. I usually pay it like even like every 2 weeks or something like that. I don't let it go past the due date ever. I used to do that, but I don't do it anymore. I'm getting into the points, earning points for travel. So I'm still learning on that. I'm following some people on YouTube and learning about taking advantage of the travel points and for hotel stays. So I have Chase Unlimited and Chase Flex. Let me know in the comments if you guys do the credit card game, I guess you would say, with the points. I know Dave Ramsey says no, and if you'd asked me that 2 or 3 years ago if I would ever use a credit card to, you know, pay our monthly bills or ever even use a credit card again, period, I would say no. And when I told my oldest son I was doing that, he's like, Mom, are you okay? You know, he said, are you getting a credit card, really? So he couldn't believe it, but, you know, I explained to him why, and that I was not ever going to go over the amount. I was always going to pay it in full every month before the due date. So as long as we stay that way, I think we'll be okay. I'm a whole lot more disciplined now than I was then. You know, it's easy to swipe that card and say, oh, we're going to go and then go on vacation. We're going to do this. We only live once. We're going to have fun while we're here. We'll pay it later. You know, that got us into a lot of trouble years ago. So definitely not going to go down that road again. I don't encourage anyone to do that. So if you're not disciplined enough to use the card, don't use them. Don't use them at all. Just stay away from them. And we did that for years, but now I guess you get older, you get more disciplined with things. So I do use it for gas because we get, right now I'm getting 5% back on gas for, on my Chase Flex card because I just opened it. It's a introductory, I guess, a promotion that you get whenever you open the card. And it's for a year, I'll get 5% back on gas. And then it rotates quarterly on other categories that you get 3% on. So the first quarter, I think it's groceries, and the second quarter, it's just different category. It fluctuates. I don't know for each quarter what it's going to be. So on April 1st, I'll know what the next one will be for the bigger percentages back. So, but I think everything is at least 1.5% back on anything. So, and I also get to pay our Honda side by side, that loan bill, that loan payment, I'm paying that with it too. So I'm getting 1% back on that. It's not much, but it's adding up, and it'll help me. My goal is to be able to travel when we become debt free and take my kids and eventually grandkids and travel and do different things with them and not have to be paying debt all the time. So that's my goal. Anyway, so gas, we always do monthly, weekly, $200. I know, that's a lot. And then Walmart, we always do $260. And this is for food, home goods, personal items. It's all combination. I've tracked my spending for the last 6 years, and I kind of know what our budget is, what we typically spend. And if we don't, I try to stay within that pretty close. You know, I might go over, I might go under just a little, but it's not anything, you know, less or more than $40 in above or under. So I've just kind of honed it in down to that 260 is what we kind of stay at. So, and it can change as things go up or down. We may end up having to, you know, add it if things keep going up, but okay, let's add this up. I think that's all the bills that'll be coming out. That's all the fixed expenses for this paycheck. So let's add these up and see what our total is. $1,437 is the total. Okay, so let's take the 2,060 minus our income, which is 2,060 minus our bills, 1,432. $1,437, sorry. So that leaves us, did I do that right? Let's try it again. $1,623. So I like to put my leftover here. Just lets me know what I'm working with. And then, can you guys see? For our variable expenses, we will put the same thing every paycheck. It comes out, and I usually keep all these cash envelopes in my wallet. So that's why I don't put the Walmart and gas here, because these two are cashless. We use card. But I do use cash for these. And this food section is not our groceries, per se. It's maybe eating out or just a quick stop at the grocery store to grab something that I need that I may have left off or something. Or we changed our mind and want something different for supper. So food is $50, church is $45, me money. This is my spending money that I usually spend on Amazon and Etsy. And then hubby, this is everything of his all in one. So his is $150. This is, he dips tobacco. So dip, this is everything for him except for gas. So he needs eating money, spending money, and his dip, and just anything like that for the week. And then whatever he wants to save, he can save with that too. He does what he wants to do with that. self-care. And see, mine are kind of broken up into categories here. Just a little bit easier to keep up with for me this way. Self-care gets 30, fun gets 20, miscellaneous gets 20, kids gets 30, dogs gets 20, and I'm going to move that up to 25. I keep moving that up, but I was buying their treats and things like that from Sam's and using it out of my Sam's category, but I'm going to start pulling that from the dogs. Meds gets 25. I have to get prescriptions every month, so roll that over. All right, and I usually roll it over each week because I don't buy all my meds at one time. So
we have here for variable expenses, 50.
$430. That is our total there for our variable expenses. So let's take that from the 623. That leaves us with 193. Okay, we'll put that up here. That's right. 193. This is what we have left for sinking funds. And I'm not using all of their sinking funds this time. We don't have as much to put in there. I use this for the monthly funding plan. You can see I kind of had to change some stuff up because that check was a little bit less than I calculated it wrong. So anyway, that was my fault. And so this is how much I want to take out, how much I want to use for sinking funds for the whole month. And then I just break it down into each paycheck depending on what's left after bills are paid. So this is what I use for the monthly funding plan. This is from the simple budget. So I use that to kind of help with each week whenever I do it. So that I map it out first for the month. So really after I have my month set, when I do my monthly budget overview, it's pretty easy then just to fill in for the week because I already know what's coming out of each paycheck weekly. It's just waiting to see exactly how much it is and then picking which sinking funds that I want to, use. I use this funding plan and put it in for the weekly. So let's see what we have here for sinking funds. We have Sam's, and we're just doing 25 there. And I usually roll over each week, and I just do one order, once a month or once every few weeks, just kind of whenever we need it. I need to actually bump that up some, I think, and I usually just do online orders because we live like about an hour from Sam's, so I don't get to go there and shop very much. I hear a lot of people talking about the meats. I'd like to go get some bulk meats. We might need to do that. Okay, lease land is 15. My husband and his dad lease some land to hunt. They're turkey hunters, deer hunters. He traps coyotes, all that kind of stuff. So that's lease land, 15 for this paycheck. And then we have UT tickets. We purchased season tickets to the University of Tennessee Volunteers college football. We've already purchased those, but we save up, monthly for that. 35, and then vacation, my favorite. 50 on that. I'm going on vacation with my sisters. Are you guys going anywhere? You got any plans for summer vacations? You got anything booked yet? I know spring break is coming up. We're not doing anything on spring break. Our spring break here is actually this next week. So, but we're not doing anything. We're going in August to Orange Beach, Alabama. So then we have, holidays binder. Because Easter's coming up and Mother's Day, so I had to make a decision to take that $35 that I was going to put for month ahead, because my plan was to do $35 a paycheck for month ahead. But holidays, I'm just getting started with the holidays binder, and I think I only had like $5 or $10 in Easter. And I need more than that, and Mother's Day's coming up too, so I just decided to not do the month ahead this paycheck. So we're doing holidays instead. We've got to have priorities. And then mini Mondays for savings challenges. I'm doing $40 in there so I can play some challenges for the mini Mondays. And this $40 will be played with those challenges, but in the end, this is actually going to be going towards my debt. So it's a good way to save a little extra money to put on that debt and have fun while you're doing it. And I fell in love with the mini Monday savings challenges, and they were all free from the creators on YouTube and Etsy. So check them out. Check my videos out. I'll try to link them. Probably be in I have playlist for mini Mondays. For all the things that I do during the week, I've created playlists for all of them. So we have mini Mondays on Mondays, and then I don't think I have anything Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursdays I do debt tracking Thursdays, where I track our debt payments. Each week we pay something on it, so that's where that mini Mondays will go towards that as well. And then Fridays are Freebie Fridays. Since I had so many of the mini Monday challenges, savings challenges to do, I've decided to do some on Friday. But this paycheck, I didn't have enough to put anything in unless I have anything extra from my wallet. So we'll just have to see when Friday gets here if I have anything extra. It may only be 20 bucks or something, but hey, 20 bucks is 20 bucks, and that'll be put into the savings challenges to play. And I haven't decided yet if that's going to go. I probably will go towards debt because I want this last debt paid off so bad. So, and I will just continue to fund our sinking funds like normal, and then anything extra in my savings challenges will go towards debt. After we get the debt paid off, then I can do the savings challenges, like maybe for each category, for different categories of my sinking funds. Or I had thought about maybe doing one for vacation, specifically for it, because that's a larger amount that I want to save for, and not really a set amount. So I could probably do some savings challenges for that, maybe. So I don't know, but I want to focus on the debt first, because I think I would get carried away and have too much fun with the savings challenges and try to break it down and put more on all the sinking funds. And right now I think we're okay with sinking funds, so I really want to get that debt paid off, because that would be anywhere between $400 to $800 a month that I could have to put on other things that I want. That's why I'm trying to look at it like that that money that I'm paying every month for that debt will eventually be money that I can put towards, saving for other things, travel, and I will be needing a vehicle, so I will have to save for that. And I may, all these other bigger events that you want to save for. So I'm just rambling on, sorry. All right, let's total this up. This is all that we're getting the stuff for this paycheck. This is one of the smaller stuffings, but that's okay. We'll get there. Okay, that came to 200. So I did have a little bit over, but I'm just going to let my checking buffer, this cushion, eat that, because I want to be able to put this in there. So the total is 200. That left me with -7, but like I said, that 7 is going to come from this 25, so that'll be fine. We have that in there. But here I like to do the totals here at the bottom, just to make sure that we've zeroed everything out and that everything has an assignment. So we take what was our income? Total income was $2,060. And then we have our expenses, total expenses. That will be for both of these, variable and fixed. So what was our total expenses? $1,437 plus $430, $1,867 for total expenses. And then our savings and sinking funds was $200. And then debt, I didn't pay any extra on debt, and I didn't have a payment here for that. If there was a payment here, I would put that here. I'm trying to keep up with how much I pay on debt monthly. So it's easier just to put it down here in one. So let's zero this out. So minus 1867 minus 200. Yep, that brings us to the -7. So, oops. That leaves us with -7. Okay. So, and then I already did this cash breakdown sheet just to save time. Because I had to think about it, I did. So, this is our cash breakdown sheet from the Simple Budget. And this is what I break down for the denominations that I want taken out of the bank to bring home to cash stuff. So, you can see here that you have it wrote out how you want your money given to you. That way you have the right denominations to put into each envelope that you want to save for. So, 630 was the total on that because it was both of these sections here. It was the variable expenses 430 and the sinking funds 200. So it was 630 is what we'll have taken out of the bank. We'll take that slip to the bank and have them give us our cash, and then come back and I'll do a cash stuffing for this paycheck. So I think that is it for my budget with me. I feel like I talked today. Let me know in the comments, you guys, if you guys are going on vacation anywhere and what sinking funds you use. What's your main two that you use, that you're, that you started out with. I guess the two that I started out with would be Christmas, and that's not in here because I've got it earmarked to go for a different paycheck. So Christmas and car maintenance was the main two that we started. That was the first two we started with. So if you're just starting out, just I recommend just starting out with 2 sinking funds, 2 to 3, and just work your way up until you get used to doing it, and how it works and what works best for you. So, or you can go in and just start doing like 10 or 15 of them, but I couldn't. I started out small and did 2 to 3, and then I just kept adding and adding and adding. And then, as you can see, I have several sinking funds now. So you can make small ones and just put a lot into it, or you can make lots of sinking funds and make the amount smaller. Whatever works best for you. So let me know what you guys use for what your sinking fund categories are. Thank you all for hanging out with me. If you stuck around this long, thank you. My next video will be the cash stuffing for this paycheck. And then we'll have mini Mondays on Monday. So I hope you guys have a great weekend and get outside and enjoy some of this sunshine. Hopefully it's raining here now in Tennessee, but we're supposed to have some sunshine. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.